mentioned it earlier. I deal with empowerment. That's the same thing I'm doing with my Facebook posts. So when I pick up a book as a reader, I wouldn't be a writer if I wasn't a reader first. As a reader, when I pick up a book, fiction or non-fiction, I'm trying to learn something. Now, I prefer fiction, but still I got that same criteria. I want to learn something, and what I'm really trying to learn something about is about me. But a good writer always writes in a manner that the audience is picking something up during the journey. So I definitely have a message in everything I write, but it's a personal message. I don't tell anybody what to believe or anything like that. I'm not that type of writer, except believe in yourself. So I guess you kind of say that is what to believe, but yeah, it's no self-serving thing for me as an author. My whole point is empowerment. So you may not know it when you're going through the book, but the whole time you're challenging things in your reality that help, you know, beat you down and oppress you by reading these words. Yeah, as far as the message that I'm trying to get out, I mean, with that believe in yourself thing, at the back of all my books, I had this. And I wouldn't put this there if the contents of the book didn't support what it was. So it's this spot right here, and I'll read it. I'm just showing you that I ain't making it up that it's at the back of the book. It's at the back of the book. And it deals with just the idea that, you know, you're the most important person in the world. That's what I mean by empowerment. I want people to know that, yo, you are very important, you are very valuable, when society quite often tells you the opposite. But it says, let no one determine your value, nor what you should value. You are valuable. No one is more valuable than you. You are the most important person in the world. Not because God says so or anyone else, but because you believe so. And because you believe so, demand more from your reality, your world, even if that means changing it. The world will be a better place. Thank you. I throw that at the end of all my books. It's like a stamp saying, yo, what's in there is the same type of stuff that's going to be able to support, hold the weight of me ending it like that. So that's what my book is about. It's about empowerment. And I think we have the resources, we have the intelligence and the ability, it's humanity itself, to get ourselves out of this problem we got as soon as we get back into believing in our own ability. So that's what my book is about. I mean, that's really zooming out. I mean, because it is a narrative. It tells you about different things and it takes you on this journey. But if you zoom all the way out, it's saying, yo, you're a special person. And you got to understand that. So that's the message I give. You know, who can get mad at that?
Exactly.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of old soul, not neo soul. I like old soul, and I like a lot of alternative rock, but I like the 80s a lot. I don't know why I like the 80s so much, but I really do. I like a lot of 90s rock and soul too. The stuff that's coming out right now just really doesn't impress me. So yeah, you flipping through my iPod, you're gonna hear you're gonna hear some Hall & Oates. As far as hip hop, you mentioned Nas. I like Nas a lot. I like Mortal Technique. This is a young kid called No Wonder. He's underground. He's worth looking up. KNOWJUANDER. No Wonder. Dope. I like Pharaoh Monch. I like the MCs that play with rhythms a lot. But there's a lot of people I like. But most people I like don't get a lot of radio play. But going back to me in rapping, I'm a writer. And that whole rap page is because, and when I first got in there, this story needed to be told. a lot of these guys looked at my demeanor, looked at my Facebook pictures and my Facebook posts like, yo, this dude ain't no, he don't know nothing about rap. He ain't no thug. But yeah, it took me about 5 months to get a bunch of respect in that room. The most hardcore thug in there wouldn't battle me because we actually battled.
I remember you was tearing them down in that room. You was definitely showing them.
It's just writing. It's just another way to format writing. And I was telling him like, yo, I've been writing for a long time, whether I'm writing raps or not. I can write a poem, I can write a play, I can write a novel, I can write a rap. It's just format.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you mentioned that. I missed that battle. It's still up, but I missed that battle. Like, man, this nerd keep embarrassing me.
I remember I got caught up.
I like to go to places where I can have conversations with people. People are characters. You know, I'm listening to you right now, and you know, you'll pop up. Some of your characteristics will pop up in a character in something I write later. I do that all the time. So if I'm out, and I'm not always out. If I'm out, I'm in a spot where I can watch people and I can profile people and pick away things like, yo, yeah, that's interesting. And I don't even know I'm doing it when I'm doing it. But yeah, when I get into a big work like a novel, when you flesh it out a character, you're not pulling that stuff out of thin air. You're using the people you've met. You're using events that you've seen. You know, I mean, it's so much of that stuff. I mean, my book is officially fiction, but that book ain't fiction. It's not fiction. I mean, there's a couple things like, okay, I completely made that up, but most of it ain't fiction. So yeah, I go to places like bars where I can see people. Before I wrote Second Hands, I went to this bar in Fort Worth that I based the whole play on. Not the conversation the characters had, but the layout of the bar. It's a basement bar. I went to that bar maybe 3 months, constantly, to get the bar atmosphere in me before I sat down and wrote that book. You know, I still go to that bar sometimes, and I still think this is the bar is called Oswell Tavern in the play. When I go down there, I feel like, yo, I'm here. I'm in Oswell's Tavern. You know, that's where Lewis should be sitting. That's where Mr. would be sitting. You know, because that's how it worked in my mind. It's like a real place.
Like, where can we find you on Facebook?
Facebook.com.
Twitter and
/Fistpick, Fistpick.
Okay.
All lowercase.
Okay, so that's Facebook.
That's Facebook. Twitter is at Evo Books, short for Evolutionary Books. EVOLBOOKS.
Okay.
And and my publishing page on Facebook is Facebook.com/Evolutionary. The E is capitalized, books, the B is capitalized. But yeah, I encourage contact. Because especially right now, before I really find the market, I'm encouraged by those who contact me, especially reading my work, and ask me questions like, okay, I like this, you know. It made me feel like, yo, I ain't reached, 30,000 people, but those I have reached, I've impacted, and right now, when I'm not busy around the clock, doing a bunch of events, I can have intimate communication with people reading my work. You can't do that with most authors. Right now, I mean, somebody inbox me with the right type of question. You can't be like, yo, well, what happened next? I ain't gonna give you that, but yeah, if you inbox me concerning my work, I'm real forthcoming with information. I like having real good dialogue with my readers.
You got a good interaction with your fans.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's definitely a plus.
It's a plus for both of us. It's a plus for the fan, but for me, it helps me keep going. It's like, okay, I'm appreciating.
Exactly. I understand what you're saying, man.
So yeah, they definitely can contact me. I would love that.